Okay, so that's the first riff from Layla by Derek and the Dominoes, Eric Clapton, and Duane Allman on the slide on this one. So we have... So the first thing we have is this riff, open to 3 on the A, open 3 open on the D, back to that 3 on the A, the C note, to the D note there, the open D. And then we're going to slide down this power chord, D power chord, 5 and 7, down to the C power chord. And that's on the, we're on the A string, the D string. Down to the B flat power chord, 1 and 3. So we have. Now once I've done this slide down to the 1 and 3, I'm going to do a chord there off that open and 3, down to that G note, 3rd fret, big string. So. And then I'm going to come up here to the 3, 5, the C, and make like a chord off that one, the open and the 5. After I do this chord, got that open and 5, back to that G bass, to the D power chord. Okay, so that's the main riff there. Now the other guitar gets going. Okay, so that's 10 and 13. Got that 13, 10. We're going to bend that 13 up and down. 12, 13 on the 2nd string to that 10th fret on the bottom. So it starts the same, and then we're going to go to the 15. And then 12, 13, 10. Okay, so what happens interesting there is we go into a C sharp minor chord, and it kind of changes the key. So what he's done here is he's gone from a C note into a C sharp note to match that chord. And it kind of changes keys, modulates right there. So we're coming out of that half step bend on that 13th fret there, and that matches that chord, like I say. All right, and then the main rhythm part goes into that part like that. So we have the sliding chords. We're going to slide this 3 to 4 over here. So after we do our chord, we normally go to that G. We're going to go into the G sharp, and that takes us into that C sharp minor, which is we get sliding into that G sharp up here, but our normal chord is 4, 6, 6, 5, 4. Now we have G sharp minor, 4, 6, 6, and 4s down here. So we got C sharp minor, G sharp minor, back to this one, but it's shorter though, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 1 bar each, but then this is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that one was like it had 2 beats on this one, and then 1 beat on this C7, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, to the D7. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Those are 1 beat each, so that measure would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up to the E7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. Same shapes, each one of those. And you could also do the big E. This is going to be for a whole bar, so 4 beats. Okay, so once again, that would be verse, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, C7, D7, E7 for 4. Now we're going to go F sharp minor, 2, 4, and 2s. To the B major, 2, 4, 4, 4, with that ring finger. So we're going E major to A, back to the F sharp minor, B, and E, and stop. Back to that part. So it'll do that riff a few times, and then it'll come back with a Next verse, you got the G sharp minor, C sharp minor, C7, D7, E7, F sharp minor to B, E to A, F sharp minor to B again, E with a stop, and okay, so once again, the riff up here was half step. Now there's a riff here, it goes. And you can kind of improvise a little bit there with that scale. But so the first thing, we got that half step that goes into the new verse. Now you have this riff. So you could bend up and down on the 12 and the B string, pull off to the 9, and then take this 10 up. Full step bend. So you got. And then you're going to bend this one up and down. Pull it off to the 9. Bend the 11 in the G string. And then you can kind of improvise a little bit with some of these notes from this E major pentatonic. So you got some of these notes. So there's kind of some ad libs and stuff going on in there, but you basically got. You know, kind of in the background of those other changes and stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at all that. Once again, we got. That's our main riff, and we go back into a verse like this. Okay, and we got. And it ends with, goes into a verse like. Okay, stuff like that. So then the end part of the song on the piano is like. So it's just a C chord and then 0-1-3 on the bottom string. And then you want this F chord. You could kind of lead in. Get your pinky there so it's set up for the F9 that has 3, 2, 1, and a 3 on the bottom there. So it'll be C. We go to the 1 on the bottom, to the open, to the 3 on the second string. Do that a couple times. And then we have a B flat 7. So that's starting on the A string, 1, 3, 1, 3. And then go 1 on the G string, 1, 3, up to the 5, back to the 1, 1. Back to C. So then we start with C. Back to C. B flat 7. Okay, so that was Layla by Derek and the Dominoes. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.